up, guys? So The Shallows stars Blake Lively, and what the plot of this film basically is she goes out surfing, and a shark attacks, and it turns into a survival film. A film on how does she survive from this shark that is, trying to kill her, and it's circling around her. She's stuck on a rock. What are we going to do? And she's got a nice little pigeon with her or a little bird with her. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. So going into this film, I'm thinking, okay, this is an interesting plot, and it's really nothing I haven't seen before. You know what I mean? It's like they take a little bit from Gravity, they take a little bit from Life of Pi, they take a little bit from 127 Hours, and they mix it all into this film. And honestly, what this movie is, it's just a big ripoff of all those films. I just felt as though this movie had absolutely nothing original about it. I feel like I've seen all of this before, and I literally just paid, $8 to see this film. That's pretty much just a rehash of all of those other films. And you know what? If they gave me a good story and it was a rehash, then fine. Likable characters, whatever, it's fine. But pretty much we only have Blake Lively in the whole film. I mean, sure, there's other actors and characters involved, but they're not in it very long at all. You know what I mean? They have very limited, screen time, like her family, or the people that are on this island with her, or whatever. They're not in the film a very long time. So we're left with this character that Blake Lively is playing, and, honestly, I didn't really care about her. I mean, sure, they were trying to develop her, the first 20 minutes of the movie, or however long it takes until the bad stuff actually starts happening. They tried developing her, and it was, she was developed enough to where I understood what kind of character she is and what her motivations are and what she does for a living, but I really had no reason to care about her. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, so we're just thrown into this situation, and I'm supposed to care about you. Now, if the craft was great, and if it was just really fantastically directed and written, and it's just like, wow, this is engaging and 100% the whole time, then maybe that would have been fine. You know what I mean? But in this case, for this film, there was just nothing to it. I felt there was really nothing to it. They tried to get some sort of emotional story in there, but it just didn't work. It just felt very recycled from everything else. I mean, Blake Lively, she's fine in the film. I mean, really, she really gives a fine performance, I guess. You know what I mean? 75% of the movie, all she does is, oh, ah, oh. That's all she does most of the time. And it gets a little repetitive after a while. And by the end of the film, I'm thinking to myself, please end. I don't care about what I'm seeing. And, just the whole end sequence of the film, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but I just felt like it gets very unrealistic. And I feel like, okay, why are you doing this, which is taking so much more work, when you could obviously just do this and you're probably going to come out all right, because this thing over here is kind of distracted at the moment. But it was just written to make it more, of a cinematic finale, which it didn't work. You know what I mean? It didn't work. And honestly, she could really hold her breath underwater for a long time. I think she should be dead. It's like she has the stuff that Harry Potter's using in the Goblet of Fire. You know what I mean? How he could do the second task, the maze, or not the maze, the lake, the Black Lake. He could do that task because he has the gillyweed or whatever. I thought that she was borrowing that off of him a little bit, because she, has points in the film where she stays underwater for a very long amount of time, and it kind of bothered me, really. It just made it very unrealistic, because I just felt as though she should be dead. She shouldn't be alive, or she should be dead from hypothermia. I was not buying it. There's a lot of unnecessary slow motion in this film, especially in the beginning, and bits and pieces in the middle and at the end. I just felt like the slow motion was unnecessary. It didn't work. And that's my thing. If slow motion is used in the movie, it could either be really well done or just thrown in there just for the sake to be thrown in there. And in this movie, it was just thrown in there just to be thrown in there. I felt it didn't add anything to the story. It just slowed it down a little bit to make things more, this is like a music video almost. And that's also to the music choices that they used mainly in the beginning of the film as well. I just felt as though it was just this big music video, and at the end of the movie too. And it just took me out of it. I just felt like I was watching a music video for part of the time, and I'm like, okay, I can't get invested into this because honestly, the choices that the director made, or whoever decided to put this weird music in and the slow motion, it's restraining me from getting invested and caring. You know what I mean? It's just like, what is this I'm looking at right now? But the effects on the shark is fine. I thought that the effects were fine. I thought some of the camera work was fine as well. And like I said, Blake Lively is okay when she's not grunting and moaning and groaning. And it's just nothing we haven't seen before. This is not an original film, and I didn't really like it. If they were to say, we're going to get rid of this movie and no one's ever going to see it again, I'm not going to be upset because it didn't do anything for me. I just, I didn't really care for it. So in the end, I'm going to give The Shallows 2 out of 5 stars. It was not really that great. I wouldn't even say it was just okay. It was kind of just boring at points and just bad. But guys, comment your thoughts in the comment section. Do you plan on seeing The Shallows? Let me know. Also, you could subscribe to this channel for reviews coming in the future. You have what's next week? You got The Purge, Anarchy, the BFG, Spielberg's new movie. Very excited for that. The Tarzan thing that's coming out. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming on this channel. And then the Blu-ray unboxing is the next one that will be up on this channel. Is going to be for Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I did plan on getting the Brothers Grimsby, but it just wasn't in the budget, so I'm probably not really going to do a video on that anytime soon. Yeah, guys, you could also follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video, and you could also follow me on Snapchat at RyanKing72 and on Instagram at KingArises131. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video and my review for The Shallows. Over and out.